Hello? Hey, okay, now we should be good. Be straight. Y'all should be able to hear me now. Can y'all hear me now? Hello? Hey, okay, now we should be good. Alright, let's get straight. Okay. For some reason, now I hear myself twice in my headset. Can y'all still hear me? I don't know why it's doing that, but okay. Anyway, we'll roll with it. I'll just have to listen to myself much louder. All right. So anyway, hey, thank y'all for being here. I see Laura in here. How you doing, Laura? Raw Side Paranormal. I see Julie. How you doing? I see Wisdom. How you doing? Did I miss anybody? I think I saw Ryan's in here too. What's up, man? Oliver. I see Kat. What's up? So, a little bit of a snafu there with the microphone. I'm not sure what was going on. Somehow or another, the setting got switched. What's up, Nancy? How you doing? Kathy. Got some new people today. Alyssa, how you doing? All right, so I wanted to start this one off by saying that I know I haven't put anything up on the channel this week. Lot of drama shit going on. Job shit. Nah, I'm using Streamlabs, and it's not a Bluetooth headset. It's connected to the mic. So I don't know what's going on with it, but just a lot of drama happening this week, and I'm not sure what the deal is with some things that have happened, but we'll talk about some of it. Some of it we won't talk about because it's not my drama to talk about, but I will be getting some stuff up this weekend. I'm probably going to spend most of Saturday recording. So that, let me see something here. Oh, it won't let me change. If I close that. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Now I'm not hearing myself. Okay. Anyway, so I'm definitely going to try and spend a good portion of Saturday trying to get some videos done so I can start putting stuff up. What's up, Mike? Mike with his 8 mile long name now. Just giving you shit, man. It's all good. Try to get some more content going. I got a couple things that I want to look at. Actually watched the video this morning. I was almost late to work trying to watch it. Tokyo drifting on your walker. Oh, cool. But I kind of want to talk about something that happened last night. It kind of bothered me a little bit. Laura, I'm not going to shit on you at all. You handled the situation perfectly. You did what you should have done, which is remain completely neutral. But everybody knows the whole situation going on with Beardo and Ghost Club Paranormal and all that stuff. Well, one of the ladies from Ghost Club Paranormal decided to call Mythos a bully. I'm sure most of you probably seen Mythos' video today and his response. So this guy, who I'd never heard of before in my life until yesterday, hops into Laura's stream last night and just starts going in on how Mythos shouldn't have done that and he shouldn't have said anything to her. And I'm like, but, you know, he's talking about defending his friend. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know, I get you want to defend your friend. What's up, Jeff? Really? Jeff's got jokes out here. He comes in there talking about he wants to defend his friend, and that Mythos should have reached out to her rather than making a post. Me personally, I thought Mythos' post was funny as shit. And I look at, oh, she's not. Oh, I thought, oh no, it wasn't her. It was, what's his face's wife. That's what it was. It was, Matt's wife. But she's wrapped up in that whole situation. But either way, so homie comes in there and he starts talking about how, Mythos shouldn't have said that. And, you know, he should have reached out to her first. And, you know, just basically going in and in and in. Yeah. Nick was there. Belfast Crafty was in there as well. I think you left right around the same time I did, because I had to go because I was going to say something real bad. So I decided to leave. But he's just going in on how this Mythos should have contacted them or contacted her first, and, you know, all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, but you was cool with the other ones talking all the junk about Beardo and not reaching out to him, right? So that was cool. And I was like, dude, that's pretty hypocritical of you to say that. And it just went worse from there, because then he started going and talking about everybody else and how people shouldn't say stuff about, you know, they shouldn't talk trash. Most of the stuff that comes from a Beardo or comes from from Mythos and stuff like that is a response to something that someone else has said. Do those guys make some jokes during their videos? Of course they do. But it's all in good fun. It's not personal attacks. Now, when you come out and you run your mouth and you start calling them names and they make a video about it, then that's personal. Like, people need to grow some thick skin, man. Like, grow some thicker skin. Like, it's so bad. Like, I've got plenty of jokes to make, and I'm going to make jokes in my videos. And, I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be. Yeah, Spang was there too. Oh, dude. Oh, man. I'm telling you, I had to leave. I had to, because I was going to say something. You know, I got a lot of respect for Laura, and I wasn't going to, you know, ruin her live stream by, you know, just being downright ignorant, and that's where it was going. So I was like, you know what? I should just probably leave. And I had to go. But, I mean, it's just the hypocrisy. And then I believe dude made a video that he put out last night or earlier today or something. I don't know. I saw a video where he was saying the same thing. Oh, you know, people shouldn't be so mean. Like, the only time he got mean was when he caught you faking and you were trying to say that it wasn't fake. He was mean when you said that your Netflix, your video was Netflix quality, and it wasn't. You know, he's mean when you're flat out lying in a video to try and get clicks and views and make money and take and take money from people. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Jeff. If it's the internet, you know, don't expect to go out there and pop off your mouth about somebody and them not say anything back. You know. Yeah, I mean, I addressed her personally as well. You know, I sent her a message and was like, hey, I'm sorry, you know, for you know, popping off in there, but you know, it irritated me. I was like, dude, how much of a hypocrite can you be? Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's you know, accountability. If you're going to go out there and you're going to do all these things, and you know, that live stream, yeah, okay, the ladies themselves didn't say a whole lot of stuff about him, but they let those other people say all that stuff. And I'm not going to repeat it because y'all seen the videos. I don't need to go into details on it. Y'all have watched the videos. If you haven't, you should go watch them. But to me, it's like, if I were to go and make a video and say something ignorant about somebody, you know, I don't mean it as jokes. I'm joking around, but if they take it serious and they come back and say something, I'm not gonna be mad at them for responding to it. I had it coming because I ran my mouth. Yeah, you're right, Jeff. That was kind of like came out of left field because I was playing a game and I had the stream over on the other screen and I was kind of just listening to it. And then that guy came on and just started talking. And you know, it was crazy. Like, they don't believe in those apps. Wisdom, they don't believe in those apps. They know that those apps are crap. They know that. You know, there are some channels out there that use them that believe in them 100%. I would almost guarantee that they are not one of them. You know, and I mean, it was just crazy. Like, people were commenting all over Mythos video, and I mean, it was just like, you know, it's just, yeah, like that's how I felt too. I couldn't just couldn't keep my mouth shut after sitting there watching people say that stuff, you know. And it just eventually it got to a point where I was just sitting there, and I'm like, if I keep going, I'm gonna say something that I'm gonna regret and not be able to take back. And so, like I said, I got all the respect for Laura, and so I just decided to dip out, as did obviously a few other people. I didn't get no rock juice today, so I'm sipping on some Coke, which I don't drink a lot of soda, but here we are. Gaps are shite. Yeah, they are. They are. You know, 100%. And then the funny thing about it with the GCP was that the one girl, I'm bad with names, so I get them confused. The one girl claims to be a psychic medium, but then she's, you know, using apps to speak to spirits. Is the part that threw me off. I was completely confused. Vampires are here. Oh, okay, Tammy. You know, and I've done a video on Ghost Club Paranormal, but I didn't put them in the tag, or in the title, which I probably should have done. No, well, so Seg went into their live stream, their benefit live stream, and was talking with them, you know, like, hey, why are you guys doing this? You know, and I guess apparently at some point he got kicked out or removed or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's what happened or not. I think that's what was said. So, you know, I don't know. It just really bothers me. Yeah. What's up, James? A $7.99 app find evidence of the paranormal bargain. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you're a psychic medium, you shouldn't need no apps. You know, and it's just crazy to me that, you know, these things, this lady is, oh, I'm a psychic medium, but let me turn on my app so I can speak to the spirits. Yeah, I messed up, Nick, when I made that the thumbnail and the title for that. I should have put their name in it. Yeah, they went after Beardo. I mean, it wasn't, I don't think the two ladies themselves said a whole lot about it. Or about him. It was more or less their mod, the one mod, and then the people in their. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. I think it was, you know, the one mod that was in there that was egging everybody on until Seg got there, and then they were like, hey guys, you need to stop. Come on, guys. You know, but all the things that Beardo talked about in his video, most of those things were already said. You know, I mean, it's, you know, it's one thing to call somebody fat or call somebody ugly. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm sure at some point I'm going to get the fat and ugly comments too, and I don't really care. They don't hurt my feelings. Oh man, I missed the Magic 8 Ball. Yo, those things were so cool. Yeah, it shouldn't have been allowed, but it's, like I said, it's one thing to call people fat and ugly, you know, whatever. That's just, you know, corny. But when you're going in on somebody's family and calling somebody a fan of the playground, if you know what I'm talking about, you know, and I don't want to say the P word, so I'll just say fan of the playground, you know, and saying that, you know, somebody beats their wife, like, come on, man. I love y'all to death, but if any of y'all ever got on here and said some shit like that, you'd be gone. Completely. Like, banned from the channel, not just the live stream. Like, I'd want you gone completely. I don't condone that shit at all. You know, Wisdom, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do something like that. I don't know if I'm gonna have an 8 ball or not. Maybe I should, but I'm planning on doing something like that. It's just I got to find somebody that's willing to help me with it because I can't really do all of it by myself. Yeah, and I mean, adults should be calling names in the first place. Yeah, true, true. I mean, like I said, I don't necessarily plan on calling anybody names, but I'm going to make jokes. I mean, if you've got, blue and purple hair, I'm probably going to make a joke about it, but it's jokes. I don't mean it. Like, it's not meant to be taken serious. It's just comedy to me. If I just sat in front of the camera and said, "That's wrong. Why aren't you chasing that sound? What are you doing?" Nobody would want to watch my videos. If I toss some jokes in there every once in a while and make it fun and people are having a good time, then they're going to watch the videos. Oh, good to hear your horse is doing better to you. You got timed out too, Jeff? Oh, yeah, that was one of the excuses they used, that there was too many people in there and they couldn't keep up with the chat. Come on, man. Come on. Yes, yeah, like the word bully is so overused. Like it's horrible. It's along the lines of calling someone racist nowadays. Like, it doesn't have the same sting that it used to have. It's getting to the point now where every time you call somebody out for being fake, you're a bully. I used the term bully on someone not too long ago, but that's exactly what they were doing, and it's in black and white, and you can see it. And that's the only reason that I use that word, because I don't really like that word. I can't stand it. Matter of fact, I try not to use that word because I think it's stupid. Shut up, you. uh. Why are you saying, okay, sorry? I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. Like I said, it's just, ain't nobody bullying me. Nobody's bullying me. They tried to bully me. They definitely tried, but it didn't work out too well for them. Yeah, it's not just a name when you're saying that somebody beats their wife or that they could be a fan of the playground. Yeah, and that too, Jeff. Like somebody was saying earlier, just because you're a female, if you're out there faking, you're gonna get called out. You know, don't try to use the sexist thing or the misogynist thing or any of that crap. You know. Yeah, you're right, Nancy, and that's the thing that drives me crazy about social media. Like when I was a kid, if you had a problem with somebody, you had two options. You went to the person, you talked to them about it, and you either handled it, you spoke about it, you came to an agreement, or you were fighting. Or your second option was you just kept it to yourself. Nowadays, somebody that lives 30,000 miles away from you can talk all the trash they want to about you, and you can't do anything about it, but just sit there and read it. And then when you respond to it, then you're a bully. Then you're all the things, the the isms, all that stuff. I mean, if you're going to get on the internet and you're going to make content and you're going to fake, and there's debunkers out there, that they're out there. I don't necessarily consider myself a debunker as of yet, but I'll say a reactor. So, I mean, there's reactors out there too that watch videos and call things out when they see them. So those people are out there. They're going to see your videos eventually and they're going to call you out. Like that to me, like, don't get upset when it happens. If I put an investigation video out there and one of the guys goes in there and watches it and they're like, hey, you know, you did this, you did this, you did this, you should do this or that this way. I'm not going to get upset. I don't necessarily think they're going to make a video about it, but they might come and contact me personally and tell me, hey, you need to do this instead of this, you know. But I'm not going to be mad about it. And even if they did make a video and call me out, okay, cool. Now I know what I need to not do or what I should do instead of what I was doing. You know, it's not, I don't know, people just need to get a thicker skin. Like, stop crying every time somebody says something that you don't like. Stop crying. Like this dude that did this video earlier today, this Exploring Harley, I think his name is or whatever. Like he looked like he was going to start crying. I can't believe that these debunkers are out here talking about people like this, and I just can't deal with it. They're just so mean, and they just shouldn't be so mean when they talk about people. And I'm just watching this video. I was on my lunch break at work, and I'm watching this video, and I'm like, come on, dude. Like, you know, Mike, there's a guy who you all know that I'm real familiar with by the name of CJ, who was doing those Randonautica videos as well and had people, you know, stalking him. He had people driving behind his truck during the videos and shit. And it was one of his friends. You know, I mean, this dude did an entire series on being stalked, like showing up at parking lots, and there was cars on the other side of the parking lot and they're watching me. And, you know, it was insane. But, yeah, I mean, it's just like the sensitivity of people these days is just out of this world. Like it's on another level. I tried the Randonautica thing. I did. I think I still have that app on my phone. I haven't used it in forever, but I actually tried it. That shit don't work. It don't work. It don't do anything that it's supposed to do. I put everything in that thing I could think of, and it never took me anywhere near anything that I was trying to find. Right? Right? I mean, it's just, when somebody calls someone a bully, I just laugh now. Like, I'm just like, I wish somebody would call me a bully. I'd just laugh. I'm like, okay. But I mean, when you go out there and you do that and you call somebody names, you need to know that you're probably going to get a response. And the homie Mythos don't play. Like, I've noticed that about him. Like, if you say something about him, he's going to address it, and you're not going to like it when he does. Yeah, see, Jeff, I'm the same way. If anybody has a question about something I did in a video, by all means, you can address it right here. You know, and that goes with the investigation videos. That goes with the reactions. You know, if anybody has a question about anything I've ever said, I will be more than welcome to answer. Yeah, you're right, Nancy. They had that whole long series of videos saying people were stalking them and they were finding all these weird things in the middle of the woods that, you know, they stumbled upon, you know, or they said was planted there by whoever was stalking them. What's up, Brian? You know, it's insane, the things, the links that those guys went to with those videos. Yeah, see, Jeff, you're right. If you come respectfully and you have questions, I'm all about it. But if you come at me like a crazy person, you know, making threats and, you know, what you're going to do and all that stuff, then I'm going to reply the same way, which is, you know, I mean, you guys have seen an example of that not too long ago. And I don't care who it is. I don't care if you're a big channel or a small channel. If you come at me crazy, I'm going to respond the same way. Yeah, you're right, James. He was pissed off. And you know, I don't blame him. I'll tell you this. The person who probably exercised the most restraint and poise would be Beardo, because if that would have been me, I don't know if I would have handled that as well as he did. I don't know if I would have been able to sit in front of the camera and address all that as calmly as he did. So my hat goes off to him for being able to do that. I don't know if he's ever going to see this or whatever, but I mean, you know, if he for some reason sees this live, hey man, you handled that shit crazy. Like crazy calm. Like I would have never been able to do that. And we're the same damn age, you know? Yeah, I do too, Laura, but I mean, you know, I sometimes get a little out of control. I mean, we've seen that here last week, which I do want to address what happened in the live last week. I made a mistake. I said that Dawson had copyrighted the video that I did on him, and he did not. I was under the impression because it said copyright that was him, and it wasn't him. It was actually YouTube. You know, I didn't know. I made a statement. You know, he came in live and corrected me. I didn't necessarily appreciate the way that he corrected me, which is why I responded the way that I did. But, you know, there was a post that was put up, and there was a whole lot of things that was said on it. And, you know, I was getting real close to making a rant video about it and acting like a complete fool. And some good friends of mine talked me out of it. I actually went on to his post and explained to him, you know, why I'd said what I said, you know, and I also explained to him that the way he went about addressing it was not the proper way to do so. And at the end of it, I said that, you know, I made a mistake and that I was sorry. And he accepted my apology. He apologized as well for, you know, bombarding the live stream like he did. And as far as I know, me and Dawson are cool. I can't say the same for other people, but, you know, it is what it is, and that's just going to be what it's going to be. Yeah, I wasn't reading chat while I was over here running my mouth. You're right, James. He could have made it. He could have went a lot harder than what he did. You know, he could have went a lot harder in the video, and he didn't. He could have made, you know, 6 other videos about them and just ripped apart every one of their investigations. He didn't do that. You know, there was a lot of things that he could have did or done, and he didn't. You know, the thing is, Wisdom, Jeff, I don't hate that guy. I had some questions about some of the stuff that he did in his videos, and I wanted to know why. And I attempted to ask that question in a live stream about 2 months ago, and I didn't really get an answer from that. And so I decided to make the video. You know, I messed up with the thumbnail, but I used that thumbnail for a reason, and it worked. And, you know, it might have not been the right way to go about stuff, but, you know, it was done, and I said it, and I did it, and I stand behind it. But yeah, Dawson's not a bad dude. I don't have no issues with him. You know, I think we're good. At least I think so. I mean, I've not heard anything else, so. I will say this, though. It was awfully strange to me that I made that comment, and within a minute, he's in my live stream telling me that I'm wrong, which he has every right to do. But my questioning is how did he find out about that fast to be in my live stream? You know, that means that somebody that was in the live stream went and told him, which I don't know if I don't necessarily agree with that, but, you know, I guess it is what it is. You know, I know there's lurkers in here that I can't see when I click on the list to see who's in here. And, you know, I'll be the first one to admit that I'm not really cool with that, but there's nothing I can do about it. But, you know, if you're one of those people that's running and telling somebody when people say stuff in a live stream, it's probably not a good idea. You know, it'd be one thing if I would have trashed the man and said he was all these things like what happened with Beardo. You know, that's different. Yeah, you should tell somebody that. But, you know, if you're hanging out in my live stream and waiting for me to say something stupid so you can go tell on me, that's kind of childish. Yeah, you're right, James. It depends on how they told him. Like, you know. And it's fine, you know. I mean, like I poke fun at people too all the time, you know, and that's cool, and I expect to get the same back. No, you can see who's in the who's watching. There's a dots above here where it says chat, and there's a X. There's three dots next to it. If you click on that, it brings a drop down, and you can hit the button that says participants, and it'll show you the people who allow themselves to be viewed in the chat. So I'm looking at that right now, and I can see that I see Mike, Alyssa, Belfast Crafty, Boo Productions, me, James, Jay, which I didn't say anything to you, Jay. I'm sorry. What's up, man? Julie, Nancy, Oliver, Rawside, uh, Ryan. I see Tammy, Tia, Wisdom, and then Kat just popped in. So yeah, I can see who's in there. Oh, here we go with the Yankee shit again. Didn't you just get like a needle or something? You feel so left out. You're not. You weren't in the list. Now you are. You weren't. I don't know. Maybe it does pop up. Yeah, that's how Beardo does his participants. But I mean, if you're going to share information because you feel like they should know it, that's fine. Hey Raven, do me a favor. Can you get rid of old Burger Sleuth there? I'm not here to hear about Jesus and God and all that stuff. I don't understand why you would come in here and start spouting that stuff. I don't hate on anybody's religion. You're free to practice whatever you want. I just, you know, not in my live. I don't want to hear about that in the middle of my live stream. Have I been saved yet? I've been saved a couple times. It didn't work. I get scared going to churches now. I'm afraid they're going to fall down on top of me. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, yeah, I guess, I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research on all those things. Because, like, there's a lot of stuff about YouTube that I don't know. Obviously, I proved that last week. Hey, what's up, Rebecca? How you doing? Oh, no, Tammy's trying to start a cult. No, not here. Not in here. You go start your cult somewhere else. I mean, I love this community, too. I mean, there's some people in here that I maybe should look at the way they act and how they treat people, and maybe, you know, work on that a little bit, and maybe they wouldn't come across as being so gruff. But I mean, for the most part, this community is really great. There's a lot of good people in it. The cult of Dave. Oh my God. No, we're not doing the cult of Dave. There was already one cult leader named Dave, or David anyway. Was it David Koresh, I think his name was? That was the, where was that at? Texas, I think? Waco, Texas. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Grandkids are vampires. Oh, you're good, Rebecca. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Yeah, see, Waco, that was all right. But oh yeah, Mike, it definitely ended very bad for that guy. Definitely did not end very well for him at all. But yeah, there's no cults, no cult of Dave, no Kool-Aid. We're not drinking no Kool-Aid. This ain't Jonestown. Was it? I think it was Jonestown. Was it Kool-Aid, right? I think. I don't know. I don't remember. There's a lot of weirdos out there, and not the weirdos type. When I was in the Army, I used to have a sergeant major that called everybody weirdo. Come here, weirdo. And it was confusing because there would be a group of us and he would just say weirdo. So everybody would look at you like, which one do you want? Who are you talking to? And he'd point at you. You, come here. Yeah, but we got called a lot of stuff. I don't know, Wisdom. I don't know if he's going to say anything or not. I'm trying to stay out of that situation because, Matt Benton is, involved with somebody who I'm just trying to steer clear of as much as I can. I've been asked to look at some of the videos that he's involved in, and I'm just, I'm good. I'm not trying to, start any more shit with anybody. I've had enough shit the last couple weeks. I'm good to go. Yeah, right. Nothing wrong with cake. What kind of cake? What kind of cake we talking about? Cake cult? Try saying that fast a bunch of times. I mean, he might say something about it. I don't know. It depends on how far the comments aimed at her go. I mean, you can't hate on somebody for defending their wife. I mean, the cult of cake. Oh my God. Triple chocolate. Geez, he's trying to give people heart attacks out here. Right now I want some damn cake too. Ice cream cake, that's what I like. The Cult of Personality. I actually love that song. It's been one of my favorite songs for God, I don't even know how long. Probably 25 years. Love that song. Oh, damn, I love that riff. That guitar riff is just awesome. Hey, what's going on, Jeanette? Welcome. Cover Helena's video where she gets scratched by a demon. Huh. I don't know. Is she connected to Matt, and is that his wife's name? I don't know. I'm bad with names, like horribly bad with names. Let me not say somebody's name wrong or address somebody the wrong way. Luckily, I had Jeff in here to help me out earlier when I said something wrong. He hooked me up with a correction there because I'm bad with names, horribly bad with names. Like, I work in a hospital and I have nurses talking to me every day and I don't remember their damn name unless I look at their badge. Okay, so that's all right. Cool. All right, so that's Matt's wife. Yeah. See, like I said, that's too close to another person that I'm not trying to deal with if I don't have to. Yeah, I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to watch his whole video. I haven't seen all of it yet. But I saw a video I was watching this morning from a group. I'd have to look it up, but I'm gonna try to cover them. I'm also looking at the Demon Files. This dude in the Demon Files looks like fucking. He looks like a dollar store. What's his name? The Zach Baggins. So I'm probably gonna cover him. He did a video on a demonic Divic box. So I'm thinking about covering that video. That ought to be fun. Yeah, I know I'm messing up this week. Normally I have a beer when I'm doing this, but yeah, not tonight. And let's see, what else was I looking at? Never too late for cheesecake. I'm not a big cheesecake fan. I mean, if somebody puts it in front of me, I'll eat it, but I'm not a huge. I don't go out of my way to go look for it. You're making a cake right now? That's funny. You have the same shirt on right now? I didn't say I don't like it. It's not a preference of mine. Like, I'll eat it. Like, I don't dislike pancakes, but I won't make them myself or go out of my way to get them. But if someone puts them in front of me, I'll eat them. You know who else has the same shirt that I saw in a couple of the videos? The shape. Yeah, I think he has this one as well. Which, I'm not a weirdo. I've had this shirt for probably over a year. Confetti cake? All right, Laura. Copy me. I would love to be able to sample that piece of that little video that they have. I would love to have that part. Just to copy me. I would love to have that to use in videos. $1.25 tree. Oh man. Plant-based brownies. What kind of brownies are those to you? Yeah, that little, that whole thing. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna check out I'm probably gonna do this Divic box video from what's his name? I said it earlier. The Demon Files. It looked kind of interesting. I didn't see that. I wish I would have seen it. I think I missed that one. That was one of the streams that I missed. I was there for most of the day. Hell, I would have tried to get on it and stream myself if I'd have thought about it sooner, but I didn't think I was a big enough channel to get in there. All right, Ryan. Thanks for stopping by, man. Have a good one. Oh, Mary Jane makes some really good brownies, Nancy. Really, really good. Ben and Jerry's. Oh man, that the peanut butter cup. Oh, so good. And y'all killing me. I'm trying to lose weight out here. I got about 50 pounds I need to drop. I get down 50 pounds and they won't be able to call me fat anymore. There was a channel that came on there. I can't remember their name. I just saw another video that they put out recently. Um, there was it was a dude who had braids and a beard, or not braids, but dreads and a beard. You know, they were cool. I like them. I watched a video that they did. Actually, Kenny Biddle was a part of it, on the whole flashlight thing. But yeah, they were cool. I'm not embracing it, Raven. I've been embracing it for far too long. I need to get rid of my inner fat ass. Yes, that's it. The Occult Life. That's the one. Yep. Yeah, I like them. They're pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, they did that video on the whole flashlight trick with Kenny Biddle. He actually they kind of, I think it was kind of like a interview explanation thing where he was explaining how all that stuff works. Which actually was informative to me. I knew the whole flashlight trick was fake, but I didn't understand how it worked. And then watching Kenny's videos, which, you know, it's Kenny, and he usually explains it out really well. And now I understand how it works and why, and that it's actually a cycle of heating up and cooling off is what makes those lights turn on and off. And if you can time it, you know, get some kind of a timing down with it, you can actually make it so it looks like you're talking to the spirit and they're turning the light on and off. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, I knew it was fake. I just didn't know how it worked. Yeah, right, Jay. Where how'd you snuggle them or smuggle those in there, Tammy? Yeah, Kenny's a really cool guy. When I was doing some investigation videos, I was hearing some sounds at this one location, which sounded like something was tapping on the railing at the bridge. And so I reached out to Kenny and I asked him, you know, hey, you know, if you have a minute, like, what would cause that to happen? And so he explained it to me in a Facebook message, basically telling me that, you know, it was the metal in the railings expanding and cooling down, you know, based off the time of day. And when the metal expands and contracts, it makes pinging sounds. You know, and he explained that to me, which was cool because, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was out there and I kept hearing these banging sounds, and I'm thinking it's, you know, a ghost banging on the bridge. And I'm like, oh, hey, can you do that again? And, you know, a few seconds later, there it was again. Oh, hey, wow, it's a ghost. Yeah, no, it wasn't no ghost. It was not a ghost at all. Yeah, Kenny's a guy who will give it to you straight. You know, he's gonna tell you. Yeah, he is very very smart. You know, another guy who's pretty knowledgeable too is Friday or James. He's a pretty smart dude too. He's actually answered a few questions for me too. Yeah, I mean he's a very cool guy. Like the fact that he actually answered me and like I would say right away, but you know within a short period of time he answered me, and I know that dude's busy. You know, doing all the stuff that he does. You know, and for him to take the time out to actually answer me, you know, that to me was actually really really cool. Yeah, that's cool. And I mean, I've learned a lot just from watching some of his videos. You know, like I said, I figured out a lot of those things didn't work for what they were intended to, but having someone actually break it down and explain to you exactly why it doesn't do what you think it does, you know, and that the different devices weren't intended to be used as ghost hunting equipment, like the K2. You know, that's the K2 was not invented or designed to be used as a ghost hunting tool. You know, it's to find electricity in walls. Yeah, I like Parple too. I wish Parple would go back to doing some paranormal stuff, but you know he's got his reasons for not wanting to, and you know that's on him. Um, I do like to catch his game streams every once in a while though because he's absolutely hilarious. I watched him play what the hell is the name of that game? Squirrel with a Gun or something like that. And I sat there for like 2 hours watching him play this game, and it was one of the funniest things I've seen. Yeah, I had a conversation with somebody who has one of those Cybertrucks the other day about that, and I don't think they necessarily wanted to come out and say that they believed it, but I think that that's what they were hinting at, the fact that they thought the same thing, that it was able to pick up a spirit, and it's not. It's not what it was intended for. Um, it picks up shapes around the vehicle. Um, it's not. They're not spirits. It's not what that was. That was not what it was invented for. It was not what it was intended to be used for. The same thing with the what do they call that thing? The camera thing with the dots on it. Shit, brain's not working. The Xbox camera thing. That's not intended for you to carry it around and use it for ghost hunting. That's not what it was made for. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to see a lot of his debunking stuff. I probably should go back and watch some of those videos if they're still there. I'm gonna go on out on a window or on a window on a ledge there and say that it was probably not invented to ghost hunt with. SLS camera, that's what it is. The SLS thing. That, yeah, the Connect. There you go. That one. Hey, what's up, little Kyle? But you know, it's. I mean, what's his name? Used. What's his name? Hey guys, my name is Lee. Lee the Tit. Yeah, he used that in his videos, and then overlaid a second figure into it, which was found that you can't do that. That doesn't. It doesn't pick up more than one at a time. So that was torn apart. Oh, he deleted all the debunking videos? That's not cool. Damn it. I don't know. Damn. I wish I would have got a chance to see some of them. Yes, Kalani did the ghost hunting with his Tesla video, which was absolutely ridiculous. I think Side Eye guy covered that one. I think he did he pulled that one apart. Pretty sure it was him that did that. Because that was just absolute madness to think that your car camera is going to pick up ghosts. I mean, I'm just saying. Jason Halls did a video on that as well. Leprechaun Whisperer. Huh. I'll have to look at that. Yeah, what is a picklet? I hope that's not pickles. Please tell me it's not pickles. Right? Right, Jay? I believe that. Yeah, you're right. Of course he did. I don't know about Jason Halls. Like, I don't want to shit on the guy because I don't know him personally. I've never had a conversation with him. I know that he tries to debunk everything that he hears in his videos. I know that. I've only watched a couple of them. So, I mean, I'm not in a position where I feel like I've got the experience to really pick apart his videos too much. I've seen a few things in them, the ones that I watched. Where I was like, that's kind of strange. But I mean, it would take a set of big ones to do a reaction or a debunk on Jason Halls, because you're gonna get a lot of hate for that. A lot of hate. Yeah, Julie, you're right about that. But however, that's his daughter, and you know, he can't come out there and you know, shit on his own child. Oh yeah, they definitely faked a whole lot of stuff in Ghost Hunters. No doubt. No doubt about that. I'm sorry to hear that, Nick. That sucks. Sorry for your loss. Yeah, you're right about that, Raven. Hey, what's up, Cree? How you doing? Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. You're right. Definitely. The one video was bad enough. You know, I'd be crucified and burned at the stake for that, for going after Jason Halls, which I wouldn't. I don't necessarily say I'd go after him. I might question some things I saw in the video. You know, I'm not gonna just go in there and say the guy sucks and he's, you know, full of shit and he's a liar and all that stuff. No. There's other channels that I would say that to because they're completely full of shit. You know, like if I did a twins video, like that would be horrible. Yeah, I don't know, Jeanette. I'll look at it, but yeah, that's a career suicide, I guess you would say. Wait, can I say that word on YouTube? Career life ending, I guess I should say. Oops, my bad. They're gonna take my stream down now. Not that I'm gonna make any money off it anyway. The Leprechaun Whisperer on his podcast. Oh man. He does, Cree. He goes out of his way to debunk a lot of stuff. There's a few things that I've seen in his videos where I'm like, you know, like I question it. Yeah, you're right, Kat. Unaliving. There you go. That's the word I should use. Oh, Tia, you too. I didn't see that one. You know, it's not that I'm saying he's a liar or nothing like that. I'm just like, for me, when I look at stuff in videos, I watch it and I'm like, like, you know, that sound, you know, may not have come from where they're saying it came from or something like that. It's not me going into his video and saying that he's a liar and all that stuff and he sucks and all that stuff, because I don't think that. I think Jason Hall is a pretty stand-up dude. Yeah, definitely. I definitely like to question stuff. You know, obviously I just did a video where I questioned a whole lot of stuff, and you know, it didn't turn out too well for me, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, the SLS thing cracks me up because at one point before I knew any better, I was actually going to make one of those. Yeah, you ask a lot of questions, Cree, and I'm cool with that. I mean, that's if you're not asking questions, you're not learning. You know, Jeanette, if I was a bigger channel and had a lot more subscribers and all that stuff, I might think about doing it. But, you know, at some point I would like for the channel to get bigger. Right? That's exactly what would happen. I've tried to leave that whole thing alone with him and, you know, Cody and Satori. I've tried to leave all that stuff alone and not get into it because, you know, it's not really something that I want to get involved with. Yeah, there's some stuff that I've seen in videos where I'm, you know, like I question it, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing now. Plus the fact that, you know, if I watch a video and I find, you know, flat out faking, you know, or flat out things that need to be questioned and not just one but like multiple, that's when the camera starts rolling. You know, because to me, if I can catch you faking, then yeah, that's a problem. You know, and I can't stand seeing somebody um using a YouTube channel and faking to make money and take people's money, lying, which is one of the reasons why I had such a big issue with CJ. And I mean, I still have that issue. It's not going to go away because I mean, he's still putting out stuff. But you know, it's that just drives me crazy to see people out there making money off of people and lying to do it. You know, and then there's people like myself, you know, and the other guys that are trying to do things honest, and you know, we don't get anything, which is cool. Like I didn't start YouTube to make money. Yeah, I mean that whole deal with Jason and his daughter, and I guess, well, I guess they're married now, so I guess his son-in-law at this point. Um, you know, it's a touchy situation because I believe Jason is smart enough to know that it's not real, but at the same time, you know, you can't expect him to come out and trash his own child. That's the thing. Yeah, Jeanette, but did they really though? Like, I don't know if they necessarily did. Pimping people's grief. Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's that. It's the whole, you know, selling dirt from your fucking farm to make money from a farm that's not haunted, that doesn't really have any activity at all. You know, there's a group that did a video there. Pimping ain't easy. You right. Roll the fatty for your pimp daddy and say pimping ain't easy. You know, but I mean, there's, like I was saying, there's a group that's done a couple videos at his farm. I've thought about doing a reaction to him, but I mean, it's kind of boring at this point. How many reactions can I do that he's involved in? You know, I mean, he's not in the videos, but I mean, you know, that's involving his farm. We all know that that farm's not real. It's fake as hell. There's no spirits activity there at all. If there is, I didn't see it, and I've been there twice. You know, up and down through all the rooms, and I never had anything in that farm happen. I have had something out at the bridge that's not too far away from it happen, but not at the farm. Yeah, you're right, Cree. And people were buying it. That's the worst part. It was like $45 a vial for this dirt from his farm. Yes, you're right, Julie. I understand that, and I probably would say something too. But all right, Laura, thank you for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Oh, Raven. If the twins would sell their bathwater, the Ghost Gang would buy it and probably drink it. Hope you feel better soon, Laura. Yes, Nick, I've been to CJ's farm twice. I was actually in a video that Chris Baird did there. Myself and my ex Becky were there. We were in that video in an investigation there, and plus we were there before that. Um, I actually reacted to that video in the first live, I believe it was. No, I would not sell my bathwater. That's gross. No. What's up, Exalt? How you doing? Wow. No. That's fucking nasty. Like, no. Raven, that was Laura. Rawside Paranormal said she was leaving. No. No. Yeah, that's that. No. No. I mean, there's people out there that would buy it if I did, probably, but no. I'm not saying a lot of people would buy it, but somebody probably would. No. Bruh. Dave's bathwater drinkers cult. Oh my god. Soapy. Oh my god. No, man. No, no. Yo, there's a lot of weird stuff that people buy out there. No, no, Julie. No. No. So, Cree, I'll explain. I'll tell this story real quick. Um, well, like, it won't be quick. It's just a little bit of a long story, but as far as the spirit box goes, I used to own an SB7. I don't have it anymore. I gave it to my ex, but do not look up. No, no, don't look that up. Please don't look that up. And if you do look it up, don't share it with the group. Please don't. Come on, Jeff. You're killing me out here. So, as far as the spirit box, the SB7, the fake little orange and black spirit box thing, I used to own an SB7, and it never did anything that really made any sense to me. I saw the tricks where you could take the antenna out of it, and it was supposed to take away the radio stations, and it was supposed to make it clearer to hear things, and it didn't do shit. So, I mean, that didn't help any. The one thing that SB7 did that freaked me the hell out was months ago there was a supermoon, and so my ex-wife, or well, it's my ex-wife, Becky, and I had went to Maggie's Bridge. What's up? Wait, I'm confused. What just happened? Anyway, so we went out to Maggie's Bridge, which is a pretty well-known haunted location in this area. You can actually Google Maggie's Bridge, and it'll come up, and you can read the history, whether you believe it or not. You know, it is what it is. I don't necessarily know if it's all true or not. No, not at this point. There weren't. There were no bees. What's up, Laura? So there were, so we went out there, and there was a whole bunch of people out there because it was a super moon or a big moon or whatever moon it was. And there's like 25 people out there, and they all got their phone apps going, and, you know, they're, oh, my app said this and my app said that. And I'm standing there watching all these people. And they're all like talking about their apps and what the app said this and the app said that. And I'm just looking at all these people, and I'm like, man, I really want to say something so bad right now. Like, I want to just be like, all right, everybody, listen up. The apps are shit. Stop using them. They're horrible. They don't work. They're not made for what you're trying to do with them. They're toys, basically. But I said, no, I don't want to do that. So we took out some of the stuff that we use, you know, and we got, or she went back to the car to go get something. And so I was messing with the SB7, and I turned it on. And the sound didn't work right at first because for some reason that thing always has an issue with the sound. So I kept playing with it, and finally I got it to work. Before I even set the thing to scan, it just said no really loud. Like, that just came out of the speaker. And it scared shit out of me. I almost dropped it. That is the only time that SB7 has ever done anything that's been possibly considered paranormal. You know what, Raven? You know what? You know what happens when you make jokes? Huh? You know what happens? You just made the list. Just made the list. Yes. So, that's the only time that thing has ever done anything that has ever, you know, really been, like, questionable to me. Other than that, it's just random radio stations. And if you ask it 25 questions, at some point, it's going to pop up with something that makes sense to what you're asking. I mean, that's just going to happen. And Wisdom, to answer your question, yes. I had some experiences when I was a kid that made me believe. Good night, Cat. Be excellent. Yes, we are trying to be excellent. Hey, what's up, Brandy? How are you doing? I lived in an old house that was built in the 1700s, and there was a lot of noises in that house. There was a lot of, like, footsteps at night that I would hear. You know, I can't guarantee that it was paranormal. Obviously, I was like 8 years old, but it sure as hell sounded like it to me. I've had a few experiences in the last couple of years as well. I've been touched on my face a couple of times. I had some people grab my hand, or I had something grab my hand and pull it down. That happened once. I actually spoke about that in the video. Exactly, James. Oh, sorry to hear that, Brandy. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you showed up to hang out with us, at least for a little bit. So, I mean, I believe. I want to maybe experience something. You mentioned the word cigarette. Please don't do that. I would like to be able to document it, I guess, maybe. Like, have an experience and be able to, like, get it on camera. You know, but I mean, even if it happened. No, I am not in New England. It was actually a house in Maryland. It was a big giant block, like not even block, like stone house. Like it was old, big giant fireplaces, the big old giant mantle, Like there was like 4 or 5 fireplaces in his house. Like it was insane. Like I've never seen anything like it. But like that's probably what I want to do. You know, I definitely want to document something and share it with people and be like, you know, here's proof that this is real. You know, I've got it right here to share with everyone. I mean, will that ever happen? I doubt it. You know, but while I'm looking for that, I'm going to do my best to try and point out as many people that are faking it as I possibly can. You know, and as I get more experience into the editing software and all that stuff, maybe I'll actually try to, you know, pull the videos apart like some of the other guys do and provide definitive proof that it's not real. You know, like the whole thing that where Beardo pulled apart that Ghost Club Paranormal thing where he was showing the floor and how the floor was, you know, distorting and all. I would have never noticed that in the video. I would have said that the shadow figure wasn't real. I wouldn't say that it, you know, I would say that, I would question it, but I would have never spotted the floor like he did in his video. I wouldn't have noticed that. There's other videos I've seen these guys do where I was like, oh, that's not real. You know, I can tell it's fake, but they can tell you why. They can prove it to you. They can slow the video down frame by frame and point out the fact that there's a mask in there. I would have never seen that. You know. Jay, I mean, it could be that. I'm not saying it won't. Raven, I'm ignoring you. You are a foul, evil individual. I hope you stub both your big toes the next time you go out to do that. Yeah, I don't know. In that particular video, I'm almost 100% sure that it's that shadow figure wasn't real. But like for me, I've seen videos where they've been able to break it down frame by frame and point it out that it's a, you know, it's a mask, or, you know, like the video with I don't remember who it was that was doing it, but they had like the drink floating across the room, and I believe it was Beardo broke it down frame by frame and was able to show you where like the edges around the stuff moving was distorted and you could see where it was masked. Like I would have never been able to do all that. I haven't had a cigarette in over a month, so I'm not doing it. Hey, what's up, Julie? Sorry to hear about your dog. Ah, okay, Wisdom, I get what you're saying now. The house I live in is almost 200 years old. In the original section, I sometimes see a shadow figure cross by my window every now and then. And I don't question it, but can't explain it. I mean, I have stuff that has happened in this house that I can't explain. You know, and this house isn't that old. This house was built in the 90s. You know, I mean, what I would suggest, Nancy, is trying to look at every angle and see if there's something that maybe is causing that shadow. Maybe it's a light from outside. You know, I mean, it could be a number of things that maybe are causing that. And thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. Oh, that's cool, Michael. I like that. I used to be a huge Civil War buff. But like in this house, I had, from what I understand, somebody they passed away from a drug overdose, but there was questions on whether or not they unalived themselves intentionally. I mean, yeah, Wisdom, you're right. I mean, it could be any number of things, or it could be a legit shadow. I mean, a shadow figure. I don't know. Like when I see or hear things like that, I'm always like thinking like, what could cause this? What in the environment could cause this to happen? And if I've gone at it from every single angle and I can't see what could cause that, I might reach out to somebody else who knows a little bit more about it than I do, and ask them. Like I've got a video that I would love to have some of the guys look at, because I have questions about it. And eventually I'm going to get it out there to one of them at least to see what they think. But here in this house, I've been asleep in the middle of the night and had something slam on the floor next to my bed, which is, literally like right over here, like on the floor next to it. And it scared the shit out of me. And when I got up, everyone else in the house was asleep. What's up, Jimmy? So, and that sound is not the house settling. It's not pipes making noises. It's literally, it made the bed shake. Like it was so that whatever did it hit the floor so hard that it made the bed shake. There's nothing in this house that could do that. There's no settling going on. This house has been sitting here for years. Picture videos, or it didn't happen. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to set up a camera to watch me while I'm sleeping. This is not going to happen. That's weird. I don't even have a camera that I could set up for that. Nah, you're good, Jay. You're good, Jay. Don't worry about it. Nobody's getting upset. I'm not getting upset. Nah, good. I hope not. I hope nobody wants to see that. I'm sleeping. It's not like you can see anything. I have a blanket on me, but I'm just saying. Like, I wouldn't point it at me. I would put it over in the corner back there where that light is behind me, pointing over me, but you wouldn't see me. And not only have I heard that sound, but I've heard, knocks and bangs out in the hallway where I've asked the other people that live here, like, hey, were y'all awake last night? Around this time? No, we were in bed. Was the dog with you? Yeah, dog was in here with us. Huh. Oh, wisdom. I'd have loved to seen that. I wouldn't say you've gone crazy. Like I said, if you're hearing your son's voice and he's not there, I wouldn't say you're going crazy. You seem pretty sane to me. I've had quite a few conversations with you. Seeing him walking into the room when he's in bed sleeping. If you were sleeping, maybe you were dreaming and you saw it while I don't know. It's possible, Mike. It's definitely possible. Yeah, I would definitely try to, maybe record some of that. Keep some notes on it. It wasn't me. Saw you in the corner. It wasn't me. You said I had to go back in for the Ouija board because my friend was too chicken. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, there's not too many things that would happen paranormal-wise that would make me dip out. But having a chair thrown at me from across the room, yeah, I think I'd have to run. I think at that point I'm tapping out. Hey, I'm good. Nope. Yeah, you can have all this shit. I'm out. I mean, it could be, Brandy. I don't know a whole lot about the whole sleep paralysis thing. I'd have to do some research on that. Um, I don't run. I'm too lazy. I bet you if some chairs got started getting thrown at your ass and there wasn't anybody there, you'd be running. Because I don't run either. But if that happened to me, I'm gone. I'm gonna tip the fuck out. Bye. Yeah, nah, I'm good. Wisdom. I'm on my bike. I'm pedaling. It's time to go. Okay, Raven. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, see, there you go. I'd be the person to talk to. Maybe he knows more about it. He's gonna probably know more about it than I do. That's the thing about this community. Pretty much whatever situation you've got, somebody out there's probably dealt with it or does deal with it, and you could probably talk to them. I'll investigate with you. Go ahead, let's do it. Sloss, that's that place in Alabama. Raven, you bite your tongue. Jimmy. Hey, you go ahead and do that, bro. Oh my god. There's a lady that works in the hospital that wears a roll tide key thing. I don't know if you remember what you call it, lanyard. And so she came in the storeroom to get something one day, and I was like, "Oh man, I can't allow Alabama fans in here." And she was like, "Oh my god," So we started talking, and I told her about Tammy, that I knew somebody that lives in Alabama that I'm pretty good friends with, and so we started talking about it. Hartville, Wyoming. That sounds familiar. I swear I've heard that from somewhere. There will be no rolling of the tide in my live stream. The tide is not rolling here. We get some War Eagle going though. We get some War Eagle going. We get some We Are going. But there are no tides rolling. You're killing me. Yeah, well, my team isn't doing so wonderful this year. We're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna keep that one quiet. Although I'm sure somebody in here knows who that is, and they're gonna say something. Leave no stoner unturned. Oh, see, look, Tammy's getting upset already. The Indianapolis Dolphins. Oh, that's great. That's the thing, Mike. That's the thing. You could go out to a spot with no cameras rolling and have all kinds of crazy things happen that you can't explain. And the minute you turn on that damn camera, nothing happens at all. And I've had that happen. Where I've gone out to a location with somebody and had some questionable things go on, and then A week later, I've got all the stuff set up so I can film, whip out the camera, and there's nothing. Oh, man. Ghosts love to follow you. I wonder why. Probably because you pissed them off. You always got some kind of smart ass comment. I would definitely love to check out this Sloss place. I'm gonna have to do some research on that and see what that's all about. But it's gonna be a little bit before I'm financially set to do anything like that. I'm still trying to get some wheels as it is right now. But getting there, getting there. I'm approaching it. It should be another couple weeks. I should be able to look at buying a car so I can at least start driving around now. Get out and do some more stuff. Because there's at least 2 spots around here. Well, around here, but near here. Excuse me. Sorry. There's at least 2 spots around here, that I would love to go do a video at. There's a Crybaby Bridge. Oh Jesus, I don't know if that's even safe. I don't know if that's safe at all. Okay. Um, but yeah, there's a Crybaby Bridge. Um, and then there's actually another wooden bridge that's not too far from there. Um, that I'd like to investigate as well. The problem with the other bridge is it's a wooden bridge and it's very, very small. So it's only wide enough for one car. So if you're on it and a car comes, you gotta like haul ass to the other side. So the steps aren't there, but people say they've seen people jumping off of it. That's crazy. What's up, Joe? Thanks for stopping by. Oh, Tammy's got contacts. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's how you get into places. I'll tell you what, though, honestly, before I go all the way to Alabama, I have got to get to Pennhurst. Like, that is my dream spot that I want to go to. I know everybody and their grandmother's done a damn video there. I know everyone's, the fakers have gone there. The not so fakers have gone there. What's up, Doki? Doki? I don't know if I'm saying your name right. But that's the one spot that I want to go to, and do an investigation at. Even if I go there for hours and nothing happens at all, at least I've gotten to go there. But that's probably the number one spot that I want to go. But yeah, I'd love to go check out this sloth, whatever it's called. I mean, even if you can't do an investigation, just to check it out. I mean, it sounds pretty interesting. Nancy, I have that problem with my back where I can't stand for long periods of time. But if I move around and I don't stand still, it's not that bad. I don't know if your back issues might be different than mine are, or you may not have back issues at all, maybe legs or something like that. But like, if as long as I stay moving, it doesn't get that bad. But if I stand still in one spot for too long, yeah, I'm definitely in pain. which is why, like, when you see me filming an investigation video, I'm always moving. Like, I don't stand still. And if I do, it's not for long. Because if not, my back starts hurting real bad. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Nancy. That sucks. Tammy, can you explain what the what sloss is? I guess because I don't know that much about it. These what? Slossing on. Got him. I actually got someone with one of those jokes the other day. One of my coworkers came in from stocking his floor, and I said, "Hey, man," I said, "these two guys called down here, and they were looking for you." And he was like, "Who?" And I said, "These nuts." He just looked at me and went, "Man, fuck you." Three investigators from the area. Kansas? What's up, Shape? How you doing, bro? Thank you for stopping by. Good night, Julie. Thank you for hanging out with us. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I have my one spot that I want to hit for sure. You know, I mean, like I said, I know everybody's been to that spot to investigate. I know everybody's done a video on it. Oh, Shay, we were just talking about that earlier. That I'd seen you wearing that shirt, and I was like, hey, I'm not a weirdo, but I have the same shirt as the Shape does, and I said, but I've had this shirt for like 2 years. But yeah, I mean, I definitely want to go to Penhurst. You know, I don't know if I'd even film there. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. But I definitely want to go. I wanted to go to the Conjuring House for the longest time, but I don't know. I've seen so many videos done there, and it just seems like there's nothing there at all. Like there's no point to even going there anymore. Plus, with all the drama and shit that's going on there. I actually am. Friday the 13th is probably my favorite slasher movies from the 80s. Followed very closely by Nightmare on Elm Street. I do like Halloween as well, but it's just not one of my two favorites are Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know, Julie. I just don't, or Cree, I'm sorry. I just don't use those types of things anymore. I used to use all the apps. I used to think that them things were real. And then I started watching videos, and then I started to think about the fact that if I'm speaking to a ghost that's 200 years old, are they really going to walk right up to a glowing device in my hand and talk to it? No. They're going to think it's the devil. You know, they're going to run because they've never seen anything like that. You know, the only light they've seen is fire. So I'm out here with this, you know, unnatural light source that they've never seen before in their life. They're not going to go anywhere near that. I know I wouldn't. You know, so I mean that right there kills the whole device thing right there, without even having to go out there and prove that they don't work for what they were intended for. I mean, that to me is just, you know, I don't mean to sound like a jerk, but to me that's just common sense. Like, I just can't get my head around that a 200-year-old spirit's going to go up to my cell phone and try to talk to it. Or go up to, you know, the K2 meter with the lights on it and, you know, try to make it light up, or the REM pod or anything like that. Cat balls, especially those. Yeah, I mean, you know, and I didn't catch that about the ghost story. That sounds cool. I'll definitely have to check that out when you do it. You know, like I don't know. To me, I just, and that's what drives me crazy about watching these channels, you know, use these apps, and, you know, they're talking to it like it's, you know, a spirit. No spirit is going to talk to your phone. It's just not going to happen. There's no way. Yeah, you're right about that, Cree. You're right. But I mean, you I don't know. I can't compare medicines to, you know, people using a K2 meter to find ghosts when that's not what it was made for. I mean, that's true as well, Raven. That's true. I mean, that could be very, very possible. I mean, we don't know for sure. Okay, Tammy. But I guess this, I don't know, the thought of a 200-year-old spirit coming up to my phone to talk to it just I don't get. I just can't wrap my head around that. Yeah, I mean, we don't really know. I mean, there's not much known about, you know, spirits, or as a whole. You know, I mean, I believe they exist, but I mean, you know, nobody's really ever caught anything that could be totally 100% verified. Been to the prison in Mansfield. I'll let y'all know. I've never been. I actually haven't been on any investigations out of this area. I'll be the first one to admit that I haven't. I've done a lot around here. I've been doing this for, God, geez, almost 5 years now, I guess. I just haven't gone anywhere too far away yet. You know, I mean, I plan on doing it at some point in the future, but just haven't got to it yet. What's giving you an idea, Wisdom? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've seen some pictures that people put out there that I'm questioning, but then you see the other 10,000 that go alongside of those pictures that are completely fake, that you can tell just by looking at it. And then people are trying to sell that to you like, "Oh no, that's a ghost in a picture, or a shadow." No, it's not. You know. I mean, there's people out there that believe the Slender Man is real. I saw that in a video not too long ago that I did. You know, where they said that the Slender Man was seen there. And it's been widely known for years that the Slender Man was a made up thing that somebody made. And basically photoshopped into a photo to win some kind of contest, if I remember right. He's not. I mean, hell, there were two girls that tried to kill another girl because they were sure that the Slender Man told them to do it, and they beat her with rocks to the point where she almost died. James, what's up? Yeah, it was creepypasta. Yeah, that's what it was. I mean, they could be. It'd be pretty funny to see them hosting a show. Although I don't think it would go down very well because, you know, Jason doesn't do a whole lot of talking. No, they didn't. They didn't kill her. They almost did. They beat her pretty bad. Like, you know, she was close to dying. No, she didn't die. They didn't kill her. Unless I got the story wrong, I'm pretty sure she lived. I'm pretty sure that she didn't. That they didn't kill her. That they beat her pretty bad. I think maybe they thought she was dead, but I think she lived. I think she made it through it. But from what I understand, both of those girls are in mental institutions right now because of that. But I mean, to be totally honest, I think that those females, yeah, she was stabbed and beat with rocks. I thought they beat her with rocks. Huh, maybe I got it wrong then. Okay, that's entirely possible. Yeah, it's, I don't know. Either way, though, that story is just crazy that they actually believed the Slender Man and the Slender Man told them to do this. And it's like, I don't know. I don't understand it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Michael. It kind of sounds like there was a they were a few sandwiches short of a full picnic basket. Yeah, it was super. That was just crazy. But, you know, there's people out there that say that Slender Man is real. And I'm not just talking about kids. There's adults that think the Slender Man is a real thing. And I'm just like, dude, it's been the person that made it, you know, released a statement saying that it wasn't real, that they made it up. You know, I mean, the same thing with the Divic box. I mean, Beardo put a video out not too long ago where he talked about, and he showed you proof that the Divic box is not real. You know, that it was the whole thing was like a made up story. And there's still people out there doing videos on with Divic boxes and saying they're demonic and all this stuff. And it's, you know, it's not, they're not real. You know, it's an old wives' tale or a myth or whatever you want to call it. Okay, Raven. Okay. Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate that. Yeah, he did. He came out and said that it was fake. That none of it was real. You're right, James. It was always a demon. It's always a demon in the library with the pipe wrench. Oh man. I mean, if you're the comic relief, you're not very funny. Just saying. God, they are actually getting out. Oh my God. Wow, I can't believe one of those guys. Oh man, that's, yeah. I mean, I hope they're good now. I mean, I don't know. Like, To believe that story to the point of, you know, no, they shouldn't be free. I don't think they should be. I mean, if you've got that many issues upstairs that you believe that the Slender Man is telling you to, you know, unalive one of your friends, or I mean, I don't know if they were, I don't remember if they were friends or not. Right, because everything you read online is real. Come on now. Oh, okay. She has to live with her father, and the other one she's supervised until 2058. Jesus. I mean, I hope I'm still here in 2058, but I mean, you know, we'll see. Yeah, because they were kids, like, I think 13, 12, 13, 14, if I remember right. And this happened, I want to say 5 or 6 or 7 years ago or something like that, if I remember right. I don't know. I don't remember the exact dates, but I sutter from OCDs, huh? OCDs nuts. Yeah, it does. Wisdom, it does. Like, that's a very extreme case. I mean, it's not very often it goes that far, but yeah. I mean, if you know, it could lead to that. Oh, so it was 10 years ago. Okay. I guess almost 11 now. But yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't know if very many cases where it's gone quite that far, but yeah, it definitely could. I mean, there's those guys out there like Paranormal Nightmare that goes out there and has people convinced that they're talking to their fucking, you know, grandfathers. You know, there, what was the one? Was it Paranormal Nightmare that did the come give Grammy some sugar or whatever hell it was? I think it was them. I want to say it was. If not, it was either way. It was gross. Yeah, it was some kind of a contest or something, if I remember right, where they were like supposed to like create some kind of scary photo or whatever. Like some, and I'm gonna say this, and it's probably not gonna be a very popular thing, but some people are gullible enough to believe those guys. You know, with the whole "come give mama some sugar," they believed that they were talking to their grandmother, I guess it was, or mother or something. I don't know, aunt. I don't remember what it was, that all the details, but you know, they're gullible enough to believe that. However, you know, the Foreman brothers are taking advantage of that. You know, because there's gullible people out there that'll believe just about anything. You know, and they know that, and they're taking advantage of it. No touchy, no touchy touchy. No, don't touch me there. Don't touch my no square. Right? That's the worst part. You know, that they're being, they're deceiving people, and I mean, it's not just them. I'm not just hating on them, but there's a lot out there to do it, and that's why I try to do what I'm doing, is to point that out. You know, I just need to grow this channel more so that when I do, more people see it. Because, you know, I did that video on the Ireland boys. They've got 5 million subscribers and nobody even saw that video. Because I did that and I was like, man, they're going to come. I'm going to get all this hate and nothing. I was like, oh, okay. Chocolate covered salted caramels. That sounds really good. I don't even have any more candy left. I'm out. I used to have a bunch of it. I used to have a whole tin full of candy, and it's gone. So the Ireland boys are the last video that I put out. The ones that were lying, saying that they witnessed somebody's life being taken. And they were actually 45 miles away from that location where the life taking happened. But they claimed that they witnessed it and did a whole video on it saying that they had done so. And it was a place that I haven't been to the exact location, but I used to work in the area and I used to be over there a lot. So I knew where both spots were, and I thought it was pretty funny. So I did a video on it and pointed out that they were lying. I had a little bit of help with some research by Tammy, and was able to pinpoint the locations of both of them. The unaliving and the where they investigated at. And they were 40 some miles apart. Oh, I understand that, Cree. For real life comes before anything. I totally understand that. Yeah, that one pissed me off. Like, that was right up there with the Foreman brothers. Like, I was pretty pissed that they would use, somebody's death to try and get, views and clicks and all that shit. The thing is that YouTube doesn't care about that. But if I were to get on here and say a whole bunch of, mean, ignorant things, I'd get pulled down. But these guys can get on here and flat out lie. Flat out lie and it be proven that they're lying. To deceive people and get money from them and garner sympathy from them. And it's cool, it's just like with Facebook. I get a 30-day jail time for calling someone a troll. But when my children were still minors, somebody told me they were going to shove their, giant yaks down my daughter's throats. And I report that to YouTube or to Facebook, provide screenshots of it, and they tell me it's not against community standards. So figure that one out. Yeah, you're right, Cree. It makes no sense at all. And the problem with that is, James, is that, the real stuff doesn't, it's not attractive. Unfortunately, when you do a real investigation, it's boring. My videos that I do investigate, they're boring. I'll be the first one to admit it. There's nothing happening. There's not 47 demons flying around and, shit flying off the, at me. And, stuff jumping out of the water because it's real. And when I hear a sound, I don't claim that it's, a demon or something coming after me. God, attitude, wrestling world in here. The screams that they heard in that video, there's no way they could have echoed from 40 miles away. There were screams in that video. The thing is I don't know enough about like the sound editing software, like to figure out and try to determine if that was an added sound or not. They did show in the video that there were people there during the daylight. When it was daylight out, there were people there and they were running around out there throwing rocks at the building. I mean, it could have been them, goofing around or whatever. But nah, there's no way that screams echoed from 45 miles away. That's impossible. And I mean, they claimed that the helicopter searchlight was out looking for the person who was, doing whatever, unaliving. I hate having to say that because it sounds so stupid. But anyway, and in that area, helicopters with searchlights on it is not uncommon. Not at all. I would see it every night. And I stayed over there, Monday or, well, Tuesday through Friday every week for almost 3 years. So, yeah, that's very common there. So but I mean, they're going to use what's around them in the environment to make you, the viewer, have sympathy for them and be scared with them. It adds to the video to make it, more, to make people want to watch it. I had that exact thing happen to me. One of the times that I went out to Maggie's Bridge with my ex, we heard this crying sound in the woods, and it sounded god awful. Like, it was horrible. And this was years ago. It's probably like 4 years ago almost at this point. I was god awful sounding. And it scared the hell out of us. Like, and it kept getting closer. And it's dark out there. It's like, I don't know, 11, 12 o'clock at night. And we're freaking out. And it kept getting closer and closer. And finally, it got to the point where it got close enough. I was like, all right, it's time to go. And I had actually recorded the sound with my phone, and I played it back for somebody at work that following Tuesday. And when they heard it, they were saying, hey, that sounds like a fox. And so I went on to YouTube and I YouTube fox sounds. And sure enough, that's exactly what it was. It was a fox. But I felt stupid. Like, I was like, are you serious right now? Like, both of us were freaked out. It was a damn fox. The snapping in the woods. I mean, you're in the woods. Like, it's common for animals to walk through the woods and snap branches. I mean, on the ground, twigs. That's going to happen. I've seen skunks come out of the woods on an investigation more than once. I've seen possum a bunch of times. Yeah, right. What the fuck was that? Yeah. What did the fox say? Yes, I've heard that song. Don't judge me. But I mean, it's there's so many things when outside that you could hear, that if you wanted to play it, it could be whatever you wanted it to be. I mean, if you watch the video I did on Chris Barrett, you could hear what sounded like a bird cry, and he was like, that sounds like a child crying. No, it's not a child crying. It's a fucking bird. I've been to that fucking spot 100 times at least. At least 100 times, probably more. And I've heard that exact same sound and was like, huh, that's a bird. But, to get those views, you gotta, make the video sound scary. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I'm more inclined to do outside stuff. I mean, I like being outdoors more anyway, but yeah, badgers make all kinds of weird noises. Like, they make all kinds of weird noises. So do deer. Deer make some really weird sounds. Like, really, really weird sounds. If you've ever heard a deer make noises, it's really weird sounding. And I mean, if you don't know, what it is, you could definitely say, you could mistake it for being something that it's not. But if you're going to be outside in the woods, you should probably know those sounds. I mean, like I said, we had a skunk come after us. And I won't say come after us. I guess it was the wrong way to word it. It was walking towards us. And I'm going to say I threw shit at it. You know, I mean, I threw a whole bunch of stuff at it, trying to get it to turn around and go away because it's a skunk. I wasn't trying to get sprayed. I charged at it, you know, from a safe distance, and it took a good 15 minutes to get this damn skunk to go away. Like, it just would not go. It's not okay. So if they hear a sound and they call it something that it's not, you know, I don't necessarily get upset about it. It's when you're not trying to figure out what it is. So if you're out in the woods and you hear a stick break and you automatically assume it's something, you know, something paranormal, you don't go look. You know, or if you're in a house and you hear a knock, when you automatically assume it's paranormal and you're not going to see what that knock was, yeah. Like then I start to ask questions about it because to me, you know, being an investigator, your you know, I don't want to say job because it's not necessarily a job, but you know, your task when you're investigating is to investigate. You know, so if you hear a noise, you don't just play it off as being something paranormal. You go see what it is. And if you've exhausted all of your options around you and you can't find what caused that sound, maybe it might actually be paranormal. You know, I mean, it's not impossible that could be a thing, but I mean, you've got to look at all the things around you. You know. Yeah, I mean, like there's been times where I've been on investigations before I started filming where I've heard sounds and I couldn't figure out what it was. And I still said I can't be 100% sure that that's paranormal, but I can't be 100% sure that it's not. You know, I've not found anything that makes that like okay, so there was a night where we were out at that same bridge I talked about earlier with the knocking on the railing that when I spoke to Kenny Biddle about it. We were hearing the knocking on the railing, and then all of a sudden there was this god awful bang towards the end of the rail. Like it sounded like a sledgehammer hit it. Well, there were some trees that hung over top of it. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe a branch fell down and hit that thing. Well, I went over there and looked all around it, and there was no broken branches. There was no wood chips from branches hitting it. There was nothing. There was nothing there. I don't know what made that sound. That wasn't the popping from the metal cooling or expanding and contracting. That's not what that was. That literally sounded like somebody hit that thing with a bat or a hammer or something. But again, I can't prove that it's paranormal. But I couldn't find anything to prove that it wasn't. So I don't know. I can't say what that was. I can't say what caused it. I know it scared the shit out of both of us. Like, I don't normally jump very often. That made me jump. You know, but like I said, I can't prove either way what it was. But it was loud as hell. It certainly sounded like something hit it. You know, the touching on my face, I would say that's probably more than likely a paranormal. I can't guarantee it was, but I'm pretty sure I feel like it was. And see, Cree, if you see that, then you need to call it out. Because, you know, if they're out there claiming that they're real paranormal investigators and they're not going to look and see what it is, then they're not doing it right. And that needs to be called out. And it doesn't matter who it is. Yeah, that fox sound is yeah, it's pretty creepy at night if you don't know what it is. And like I said, the first time we heard that out there, it was pretty scary. Now if I go out there and hear that sound, I'm like, hey, you shut up. But yeah, if somebody's not doing it right, it needs to be called out. And it doesn't matter who it is. You know, I'm cool with Beardo. I'm cool with Shape. I'm cool with all those guys. But if I saw something like that in a video, I would say something to them. I might not make a video on it because I have a little more respect for them than I do for others, but I would probably reach out to them and point it out. Hey, what was the deal with this? Why didn't you do that? And I don't think they'd be mad about it. I think they'd be like, oh, hey, you're right. Hey, thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, I was saying, it freaked us the hell out. Oh yeah. I get what you're talking right there, James. The what is it? The Colin face, the like that. Oh, it drives me crazy. That Beardo had a nice description for that. I'm not gonna repeat that, but it was pretty funny. And I mean, James, they do that for a reason. Because it's the whole, the more stuff. Yeah, that one. I wasn't gonna say that, but since you said it. And Cree, that's gonna happen. I mean, some people don't handle things differently than others, unfortunately. I mean, I called out somebody, and we still speak, but I mean, it didn't go well for a while. But I mean, if they're not doing something right, then they need to be called out on it. And if I catch it, I'll say something. I'm not afraid of it. And if they don't talk to me, then it is what it is. You know. But I guarantee you, even if they don't talk to you anymore, they think about it now when they go out to investigate. I promise you that. I don't know. I'm probably going to go about 10 more minutes here, and I'm going to have to jump off here. Because I need to get some things done around here before I go to bed. But, I made the statement a while back that nobody's safe, and they're not. I got mad love for all the big guys. They're one of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing now. But I mean, wisdom, I have my thoughts on that. I have a lot of thoughts on that. And I already kind of poked a bear on the free pass thing. And I mean, maybe in some point down the road I'll address that. But yeah, I've questions about that as well. Cuz I mean, they invented a whole ass app that they use in every single one of their investigations. And I've heard all kinds of excuses. Oh, they don't let the app lead them, the investigation. Oh, this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, I use a REM pod in my investigations, but it never goes off. So there's no chance that I could, oh, that's paranormal, because it never goes off. I was only aware of the ghost tube or the ghost tube seer. I mean, I guess when I say ghost tube, that's kind of like the whole ghost, whatever it is, because there's like 3 or 4 apps, I guess. Ghost tube, ghost tube seer, ghost tube SLS. I mean, there's a couple of like different apps that all fall underneath of that, I think, or at least that's how I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Nancy, I have as well. I've seen a few videos, and I'm just like, there's definitely some questionable things in their videos. But like I said, I've already pissed off enough people for a little while, so I'm gonna ease off on that for a bit. No, Spirit Talker works without Wi-Fi. You can put your phone on airplane mode and it'll still work. If I had my phone readily, I would turn it on and show you, but my phone's over there. Actually, you can see it on my bed in the background. The GhostTube app itself is funny to me because every time I would ever turn on an app, I would get insulted, called dumb, stupid, idiot, moron. You know, like it would insult me every time I would turn it on, and I'm just like, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I thought you meant. Sorry, Wisdom. I got that messed up a little bit. Ugh. Oh, yeah, totally real. Totally real. None of those apps are real. I mean, I've not looked at their channel description. I mean, if they're saying in their channel description that that all that stuff is for entertainment, then hey, I'm good with it. I don't know, Nancy. I'm not going to say her name because I have one back there behind me, over that way. And if I say it, she'll start talking, so I'm not going to say her name. Hey, what's up, Lane? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute. I'm not asking that thing anything because it's gonna start talking and then I'm gonna start yelling at it and all that stuff. I'm good. And like I said, Cree, I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. There's some other stuff that's blatantly bullshit that I'm gonna probably get to before I get to them. Honestly, when I would play his videos over top of the or out of the speakers, that same thing would happen. It would go off and start talking. Yeah, if you look behind me at the TV, there's a switch. You can see the blue and red Joy Cons. Just to the right of that is where it's at. You can't see it in the frame, but yeah, it's right there. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Cree, if it gets to that point where I wanna do something, I'll definitely talk to them. Prior to that. I hear that, Lane. That's all I do nowadays is work. I haven't put out a damn video in almost 11 days now, just because I've been so tired from working. And last weekend I was busy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. To me, using a phone app to investigate ghosts just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, like I said, if they're putting in their videos that it's entertainment, then fine. Like Jasco's done that. There's a few others that have put that it's entertainment. Then hey, use it all you want. Because you've told people that I'm doing this for entertainment. It's not real. But if you're out there using the phone apps and telling people that I'm talking to spirits with this freaking phone app, then I've got a problem. Yeah, right. With a limited dictionary, and there's I think GhostTube you can add words to. I know Necrometer you used to be able to add them, but they took it out. I don't think you can do it anymore. Right, Lane? Oh my God. I sleep about 6.5 hours a night, and I wake up some mornings and feel like I never went to sleep. Oh, hey, don't do that. Yeah, pay attention to your driving, please. Don't do that. Right, and most of those apps do say that. Most of those apps, if you look them up on the App Store, the Apple Store, or the Droid Store, if you're one of those Android weirdos that uses an Android phone, yeah, I guess you can look it up on there too. A lot of them say that. Although I did recently see a video where somebody used an app that they would that they claimed that the app actually claimed it was real. But when I figured out who the channel was, I decided I wasn't going to do a video on them because there's somebody in the community, and I already did that once and got shit on it. So I was like, maybe I'll do it at some point. They're in the list. They're on the list to be done. Yes, they actually do. I've seen the advertisements for that when I used to use them. All right, it is 25 after 8. I'm going to go about another 5, and then I got to get off here. But it's been awesome talking to y'all. Right? It's not weird at all. I mean, I'm a weird person. To me, I think normal's boring anyway. Oh, my drink's empty. That's sad. Oh, yeah, because androids are, I'm not an Android person. No, and it's fine, and I don't have no hate for that guy at all. I mean, and she's talking about Dawson. I have no hate for him. I mean, we had our issues, and we talked them out like men, and we're good. I'm glad you showed up too, Lane. I mean, I'm not saying their videos are bad. I've never seen one that I thought was bad. Yeah, you're right, Cree. Absolutely, 100%. It's entertaining. I mean, I will say that. I mean, it's entertaining at least. You know, I mean, Colin, Paranormal Files videos are entertaining. They're fake, but they're entertaining. I used to watch them. Well, I mean, it's good to hear that. I wish the same could be said for other people that he associates with, but it is what it is. But like I was saying, there's a lot of like some of those. There's not a lot, but some of those fake channels videos, they're entertaining, but they're fake. And I mean, it's not that they're. It's the part where they're getting money from people. I've seen a few of the conspiracy files ones, but I don't know. I get tired of the same thing every week, and that's kind of what was happening, and so I stopped watching them. But I will say that Colin and his wife have a podcast called Murder in America, and I listen to that every week religiously. What's up, Mike? Oh, I don't know if I can't do it as good as Beardo does, but I try. Hey, that's gangster, man. You recorded and posted a new video while you were listening to, that's crazy. I don't know if I could do that, but okay. But yeah, oh dude, their podcast is just top notch, man. Like I love listening to that. No, he is. You're right, Cree. But it just got to a point where it was the same thing every single week, and I was like, hey, do something different. You know. That was my issue with that. I mean, it's like Colin. I'm assuming he does all of his editing on his own. His editing is just insane. Like his videos, even the fake ones, are so well put together. I mean, I wish that I could edit videos as good as that dude does. Yeah, there was some stuff in there, like the Bohemia Island or whatever it was, or Bohemia, I don't know, whatever that was. That was a weird one. But unfortunately, guys, I have got to get off here. We have been on here for 2.5 hours now, and I have got to go. I have got to get some stuff done around here before I head out, or head to bed, I guess. Giggity, giggity. I do appreciate y'all watching. And to anybody who does the weird thing, watching lives later on after they've already been done. Like, I don't know. I can't watch a live later. Like, if I'm not there to watch it, I'm not watching it. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good night, evening, day, whatever it is there, where you are. Appreciate it, Mike. All right, Cree, you have a good night. And I will catch y'all. Thanks, James. I appreciate it. I will definitely catch y'all on the flip side. As I